Hey guys, it's pretty late here. Still not exactly February the 1st, but I'm here to do my January wrap up, I guess you could say. I know I have been doing weekly reads, but I thought it would be a good thing to do a wrap up at the end of the month as well. So I'm going to be running off the list because the books are on my shelf and there's some that are ebooks, and I still haven't used my other computer yet, so I can't really show you pictures, but yeah, I'll just get started. So the first book I read in January was the Caldecott Chronicles #1 by R.J. Bullitt. This was an ebook gifted to me by the author, who asked if I would do a review, and I did. The book, I believe, was a little bit over 100 pages. And I really liked the story. It was a zombie story set in an era I can't remember. I think it was 18 somethings. Shows how well I remember the book. But I really liked it. The main characters are witty and funny and sort of just weird and quirky. And I really enjoyed it. So definitely a thumbs up for me. And then I read Falling Under by Gwen Hayes, and this is the first book in the series, and it's been on my shelf for some time, so I'm really glad to get that off my shelf, and I really enjoyed this one too. I believe I gave it 4 stars, 4 or 5, I'm not quite sure, but I did really like the premise of the story and the concept of sort of heaven and, not heaven, the underworld and Hayden and Thea's place in it. I cannot wait to read the second book, which I believe is Dreaming Awake, and I shall be reading that soon. So that was definitely another thumbs up. The next book that I read was the Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, which is another thumbs up. I really liked this book. It was short, but it was just what I felt like at the time. It spans over 24 hours, and it's a love story with not so much fated romance, but romance that grows gradually in a quick span of time. It is believable because I know that these things happen, and a lot of people say that, or some people say rather, that they don't really sort of like the whole romance aspect of it, how it comes so quickly, but I really liked that in it, and I enjoyed it, and I would definitely recommend the book. Sorry if I look over there. And then I read Loving Richard Feynman, by, I can't remember who it was by, Penny Tangy, I think it was Penny Tangy. And this was a contemporary book written by an Australian author. This book was a little bit, the premise was good, and the story was okay. The main character really annoyed me. She was just so, I don't know, she just annoyed me. And for the most part, I didn't really feel like I wanted to read about her. But the whole, how her passions, I guess, for science, and her letters to Richard Feynman and learning about his life as well through the novel was really good, and I liked that part. That was, yeah, meh. I keep clicking my computer, it's weird. Then I read Harry Potter 1. I don't think I really need to say anything about this. Harry Potter 1 rules. I love Harry Potter. Then I read a Jessica's Wedding, by Beth Fantasky. If you guys have read Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side, there's an e-book in between, which is her wedding to Lucas, and the next book is Jessica Rules the Dark Side, which I really, really want to read in February. I really do, and I'm hoping to get around to it in February. So that was a definite thumbs up. Then I read Fracture by Megan Miranda. Loved it. Absolutely freaking love this book. 100% I loved it. I would certainly read it again and again and again. The characters, the setting, the sort of underlying sort of supernatural feel to it, but it's not. It's contemporary. I guess it offers you up for perception of that anyway. But it was really good, and the ending was just so sad. I was just, oh, I cried. I felt just so sad, but at the same time really happy that it was just sort of resolved, but not, if that makes sense. But it had a really good ending, and I really like this book so much. Definitely one of the most one of my best reads really in quite a while. Again, another good book, another great book that I absolutely freaking loved. Across the Universe, thumbs up by Beth Revis. I loved this book. I devoured it. I took my time and devoured it, if that makes sense. I love everything about this book. There were times in the beginning where I thought, okay, maybe I might not be able to comprehend it, but, you know, I loved it. I really did. It was so addictive to read, and I felt so many varied emotions that I usually don't pick up on in YA fiction. So it was very, it tested my ethics and boundaries and sensations, and it was just wonderful, and I cannot wait to read A Million Suns. I already have started it. I'm probably going to read it tomorrow or later on tonight when I finish the book that I'm currently reading. Next, I read Blind Date Checkmate by Veronica Blade, which is a short ebook of about 100 pages. Again, I really like this one. Thumbs up. It was a little bit predictable. It was a sort of chick ladies type book. I did actually kind of... It wasn't anything brand new or anything, but it was a good read. That's pretty much the only way I can sum this book up. Definitely go check it out. Her writing style is really great, easy to read. Just sort of fun at the same time as emotional, and I really like that. And lastly, number 10 would be Unearthly. I have like 50 pages to go, and I'm pretty certain that I'm going to give this a thumbs up, 4 stars. I want to give it a 5. I might be closer to 4.5. I want to give it a 5, but Clara just annoyed me a lot. I don't know why, she just did, and it really sort of annoyed the crap out of me during the story. But everything else I loved. Everything I loved. I really enjoyed this book. But her personality was enough to give it a 4.5 or 4 stars. Haven't decided yet. I'm still going to read the end and see. We'll see, I might end up being a 5, but I just thought I'd put that out there because I'm going to spend the rest of the evening trying to finish it. So that's it really. Yeah, so I'm in for a whirlwind February. Lots and lots of books that I need to get into, and some that will probably change and vary depending on how I feel and what I feel like reading. So thank you guys for watching and following, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday for my weekly reads. Bye guys.